Hello and how are you? I'm your host, Lady Merms, here on Dancehall Connections. We have Mr. Wyclef Jean sitting right here beside me. We were just admiring Lady Saw's hairdo, because she has the sides cut off and everything. But we're just going to get right back to the business. Mr. Wyclef Jean, how are you today?
I'm good. Shout out to Lady Saw. Now you know a woman got to be pretty to cut half of her hair off and still look good, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's got both sides
Yeah.
really low. I couldn't
That's
do it.
right. And then she have great hair shape. Like this is serious stuff. Like I wouldn't have anybody just try this. This is how you know like beauty, natural beauty. Now you can't even hate on that. Cause straight up, mad people be trying to shave the side of their head.
And they look weird.
They get lumpy. You feel what I'm saying? Lady Saw hair looks smooth. It look like me. It's just smooth. Like, and it's a woman.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, but it's a woman doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then she's incredible. You know what I mean?
Now let's get right back to business. Coming in, I know that you were probably one of the last few who were added to the Sting, right? How do you feel about that?
Sting is great. I'm glad that I got the call. I was coming from Africa. Like for me, Jamaican culture is. They be like, yo, well, how do you feel about reggae? I said, that's part of my everyday life. It's not like I'm doing Sting and I don't know about Chronics. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight up inside of the culture. I left Haiti. I came to America when I was 10 years old. So growing up in Brooklyn and in New Jersey, like hip hop and reggae, like it's embedded in you. Like, so for me, this is just part of our music. This is what we do. You know what I mean?
And what type of music should we expect from Wyclef? I mean, I know you were trying a little bit of crossover a bit. You have that little melodic sound to your voice. So let us know.
No, I don't try to cross over. I've crossed over many times. I'm responsible for over 150 million records. Before I ran for president, the last record I did was Hey girl, I can see your body moving and it's driving me crazy. And I was Shakira. And I would say a lot of people like, yo, you very like reggae influence, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, why not? I'm part of the same tribe, you know what I mean?
What should we expect on that night, though, for as far as performance is concerned?
Well, what I'm gonna try to do, cause with me and Sting, it's like being in Port-au-Prince in my country. So I'm gonna keep it very raw. I never really have a set list, you know what I'm saying? I was raised in the church, so my whole vibe is very, it's hard to explain. So I plan to bring my guitar, and lick a few tunes. Just keep it very raw. A lot of people is telling me to draw some classic dub plates. You could play dub plates at Sting.
I guess you could. I mean, once you tell them what you want, the organizers or the musicians what you want, your backup band, I guess.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
You funny.
Yeah,
This man got jokes. That's not funny. That is not funny. But anyways. But anyways.
Shutters.
Of course, I've seen the movie Shutters.
That's all I do. I crack jokes, then I kill people in the movie. But
So I should be very scared of you.
never, not when it comes to a woman. You from Yard?
I was born there.
So you'll kill me then.
No. No, I'm a sweet girl. I'm a sweet girl.
Feel you. So is Lady Saw, but she have hard lyrics.
And guess what? My real name is Marion too. So we Marions don't play.
I already know, man. Respect to the Marians.
No, you're talking about Sting, right? So Sting is like a battleground per se. Do you think you'd be able to manage, if it was ever brought to you, do you think you'd be able to manage a battle or a clash with another performer per se?
Well, Sting plays two parts, though. I mean, my favorite clash in Sting would be Ninja Man and Supercat. And Ninja Man, Shabba Ranks. Vibes Cartel, Movado. See, I could keep going and going. So now people who are watching this are saying, maybe the little boy knows something. So, for me, and then I've been in Jamaica and I've clashed before, just so you know, my sound system, Refugee Sound. We've clashed and fully loaded. Yes, I'm known for the most lethalest dub plates in the world. My dub plates sound so crazy when people hear them. They think that it's fake because these artists can't exist. You know what I mean? Like I got Michael Jackson dub plate, Whitney Houston dub plate, Kenny Rogers. So for me, once again, the Sting culture is a battleground, and people come in to see the Clash. But this is gonna be on pay-per-view. So I got a bunch of people watching this from the Midwest, and I need them to order the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? Like at the end of the day, I know my part. You see what I'm saying? I gotta lure more white people into Sting. You feel me? So my audience in the Midwest, like they're gonna be watching this and they're gonna be like, what's going on here, Wyclef? You know? Boy, y'all pussy me, a murder your kid. Yo, suck no mama, suck no mama. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be for like, you know, but once again, if I'm approached and I'm like defensive, right? So if I'm ever approached at a Sting Clash, how would I defend myself? I would, being that I do judo, I would let the opponent attack first, and then I would have to. No, this is real, man. Why y'all laughing at my interview and then Super Cat was talking about Tiger Claw and all that, and y'all wasn't saying that when the cat was talking about Amir Taliban. Like, but y'all going like, you know what I mean? You had the Don up in here. And no one was laughing when Super Cat was up in here because y'all know the cat is serious. Like, Cat was saying some stuff. Y'all like, yo, man. Like, yo, Cat'll take you there. And y'all didn't laugh one bit. Me, y'all clowning me, talking about I'm going to get killed. Someone going to clown. But no, so the best way that I enjoy clashes is when someone says something and then you have to retaliate. That's what the Sting crowd love because that means like you're making it up right there on the spot.
But how are you lyrically though? I mean, I know about your taekwondo or your, you know, what you know, but what about your lyrical, your judo? What about your lyrical strength?
Well, I mean, you have to tell me. I mean, I've been in the game 20 years and I've had a bunch of serious records with serious lyrics. Oh, you mean how's my freestyle improvisation?
I guess that's what it is.
Ah, okay.
I forget that you're, I forget.
So it all would depend on who I'm clashing. So for example, like who you gonna be? So you're Ninja Man.
Yeah, me a ninja man. I'm gonna come in with one bagger. Yeah, Wyclef, you know, no good. I don't know what he says, but you know, him do film thing. Murder them.
Pin them in the one. Yo, but you say you was Ninja Man. You see, with this one little line, I would get a forward because you would not expect me to be saying that. You feel me? You ain't see how the crowd give me a forward? You see the forward, you know.
Yes. I mean, being one of the, I'm gonna get back to your nationality. You know, your Haitian descent. I mean, how does it feel? I mean, to be performing amongst us on a national stage like that, one of the biggest stage show. I mean, in the world. How do you feel to be representing Haitians?
Well, once again, I'm really African, and we all are really African. So when they took the boat over and they send y'all to Jamaica, they sent my black ass to Haiti. This is true. They sent somebody to Trinidad. No, you know what I'm saying? And then right, so conquers to divide. So then it was like, yo, y'all Jamaican, y'all not like them. They're Haitian, they're not, you know. So, but the good thing that happened was in the Jamaican history, there was a revolutionary by the name of Boukman. Experience. Boukman was a Jamaican, and Boukman went to Haiti. I think he was like 12 years old. And when Boukman went to Haiti, Boukman got with Toussaint Louverture and Jean-Jacques Dessalines. This was the Haitian Revolution. So for me, when I am on the stage at a festival like that with Jamaicans, I just feel like this is the unity of Africa. Like this is like the best of the best, where like when you put the Haitians and the Jamaicans together, you get like African musical revolution. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Feel good.
So what can we expect from Wyclef going forward in the future? Any collabs at all?
Well, I mean, right now, you know, 2014, I've been in the studio in Stockholm with Avicii. We're working on a new sound for 2014, and also I'm also building a technology company. So right now, just working on the next 4 to 5 years to build a level of wealth,
Okay.
you know, because this is important because a lot of things I want to do in helping my country, a lot of things I want to do in helping build businesses, a level of wealth is very important. So, when I'm coming out with something, support it. Y'all see me coming out with technology, support it. Don't be like, the man have money and want more money. No, man, me no buy his earphone, man. No, man, me no buy his speaker.
What about reggae artists per se? Anyone that you're trying to collab with going forward?
I would love to do a combination with Chronics.
Oh
Every
God,
time I'm working,
crazy.
yeah, like, I hit the gym in the morning. Publicist, publicist, I'm doing an interview. And the number one rule in a publicist book when you reading it is when you're doing an interview for the Jamaican Sting audience, you can't blood clot be talking. Move on a rasclat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had to curse the publicist out real quick. But no, it's gonna be exciting. So look out for a lot of that. And also, I was saying with Chronics, Chronics is watching this.
Yeah.
So when I heard like Sizzler back in the days, black woman and child. So Chronics, well, I can't compare him to Sizzler because Sizzler is just Kalanji.
But
It's
he's
incredible.
young to be
But
so amazing.
But yeah, remember how when Sizzler was coming out and it was like that kind of vibe where you
Yeah.
like, yo, dude is so young. Where's he getting this inspiration? So I'm definitely excited to see where he goes with his music.
And then you'll follow up from there and probably collab with him.
No,
Oh.
I would like to collaborate with him. I think he's great. I got an acoustic guitar. He's watching this. Maybe from the Sting show, I could go to his studio. We catch a vibe. Looking forward to seeing Supercat. Supercat's closing the show.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a little gossip for y'all.
Okay, Mama draw closer. Can you know I like the gossip?
A Supercat manager come to me,
Hey, tell
Him
me.
talk to me because him know me are the boss.
Uh-huh.
So he say, yo, I Sting. Them have to search every man at the door.
Yes.
There can't be no gun.
Yes.
Cause when Supercat go on,
Mm-hmm.
a pure shot of fire.
Because he hasn't performed,
Yeah.
like that forever.
Yeah, so
it's gonna be crazy.
yeah, I'm just glad that we gonna be there to witness the madness.
I know. Thank you for this interview, Mr. Wyclef. And it's a lot of pleasure to actually be sitting here beside you and doing this interview because I never even imagined this. It's good to see you and it's good to see that you're going to be performing on Sting on such a national arena in Jamaica.
Yeah, and shout out to Hussein Bolt. You know what I mean? I definitely was watching your workout regimen and stuff. My calves are getting a little bigger.
What?
I'm running a little more. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Which part?
This.
Me not see it, Mama see it.
Yeah, man. My calves getting bigger. I'm following the Hussein Bolt. I'm eating a lot of yam, a lot of
Lord have
plantain.
mercy. Them telling them something too?
Yeah, man.
From food?
Watch the fastest man in the world.
Yeah.
I'm from Jamaica. I'm come from.
Yeah, but them have yam to a 80 and all them something. They
Yeah,
don't
but
know
now,
before.
I'm following the Hussein. Cause them they have the man in Haiti, but them can't run like Hussein Bolt. So we play soccer nice, but we can't run. Shout out to Hussein Bolt, man.
All right, thank you very much. I'm your host, Lady Merms, with Mr. Wyclef Jean, here for Sting. Go ahead.
Shout out to Vibes Cartel.
Shout out to Vibes Cartel.
One of the most like influential like writers in the whole world of like reggae
Lyrics
music.
that make sense.
Definitely. So I definitely think he outside
Mm-hmm.
of prison
Mm-hmm.
would be much better than him inside of
Inside.
prison. I feel like he could contribute so much to the youth.
To the youth.
Yeah, and he's an inspiration for the youth. And I think him being out
Yeah.
would send out a positive signal to the youth. It would
But
be-
I mean, even though he's in there, don't you think he's using his time efficiently, getting his lyrics together, getting his mind together? When him come out, him I got dangerous, right?
he's already dangerous from in there. I mean, lyrically, he's
Yeah.
killing them. You could always tell the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for that. And anyone who's wondering who's singing in the back, that's Lady Saw. For the past 8 hours, Lady Saw have been here, and she has sung 24 albums. And this is why I love us Jamaican people, because we love to sing. You know what I'm
just
saying?
have a
But
vibe.
if I was Lady Saw manager, I'd say, Saw, you only sing half a song. Until we get the check, you nah sing no more, you know.
Which leads me to ask you a question about the whole dancehall thing now. What do you think about dancehall with Vibes Cartel being behind bars right now? Do you think it's suffering or what?
Well, I mean, once again, shout out to Popcorn. See, every time I say a name, people go, "Well, how does he know that?" It's
I mean, you sound like you're very
he's
knowledgeable.
how does he know popcorn? I mean, we thought popcorn was something in the theater that people eat during the movies. How does he know popcorn? This is what my fans are saying in the Midwest, so I have to explain it to them. So we was talking about dancehall. So I think that once again, like I was saying, that vibes constitute an energy. It's like when you hear him, it just represents a certain side of the community.
Okay.
And that's missing. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know how Movado, he constitutes a certain side of the community.
Yes, yes.
You know how Chronics, you hear him and you say he could, yeah.
Countryside.
So it's like that side of the community. There's a commandment. You know what I'm saying? It's like me, I constitute a certain side of the community. There's a commandment where you just feel that that's missing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
It is missing it.
This side is missing. You know what I'm saying? The Gaza.
And I can't wait for the entertainer to be back out again and just give us some really good music going forward, right?
Definitely. Shout out to Vibes. Yo, who's the manager, Lady Saw?
For me,
Yeah.
I manage my own self.
All right. There you go. Lady Saw manages her own self.
So you
Sexy
can
woman.
find me at
Okay, guys, thank you very much. This is Lady Merms, Mr. Wyclef Jean. He's going to be at Sting. Keep it locked to Dancehall Connections. Thank you.